I've seen a UFO.
Have you really?
Yeah, honestly.
Where?
You want this story?
I want it.
Oh my God! All right. He's over there pointing. I'm getting thumbs up. Yeah, we got to hear about that. Okay. Caribou Ranch is a famous recording studio up in the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
It's in Nederland, Colorado. You go through Boulder on up the mountains, and Jimmy Guercio, famous producer, manager that Blood, Sweat, and Tears in Chicago and created CMT and all that, had a huge 3,000-acre ranch called Caribou Ranch, and there he made a world-class recording studio with these incredible 2-story log cabins, and you could book it out. And for some reason he liked me, and so he'd give me a price and a rate that I didn't have any problem with doing. The label didn't say anything, and so I'd go up to Caribou Ranch and work. So we'd just kind of go up there, and I loved working up there in the wintertime, which is kind of crazy because there's snow, but they had snowmobiles. We'd have some fun, but we'd get up there and work. And a lot of times, too, a lot of the music would be created in the winter because your artist is on the road all through the summer, so it's part of the cycle of that. So anyways, we're up there, and the studio is in a 3-story barn, and my wife and I were staying in one of the log cabins, which was, I don't know, 200-300 yards away. And so it was about 8 in the evening, and my wife comes in, just white as a sheet, in a panic, and she said, "Oh my God, I just saw a UFO. I saw a UFO." And I'm like, come on, a UFO. And I'm in the control room there working. And I said, "Just go back. I mean, I'll be up there in just a little bit, you know." And she said, "I'm not walking by there by myself." I said, "Okay, all right, I'll walk with you." Right. So they had these big parkas that they gave us. So we got put on our big parkas, you know, in the snow, and we step outside, and we're outside the studio, and there's it's all kind of a clear, beautiful valley, and then in the distance there's these pine trees, and then behind us there's this mountain, kind of like goes on up in there, and so I step outside there, and I said, "Okay, where'd you see this UFO?" And she said, "I saw it over there." And right at that moment, this cigar-shaped thing comes and hovers over these pine trees, right? It's not making any noise, okay? And it's got the green lights kind of going around it, you know what I mean? You know, cigar-shaped, you've heard this story through the years, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm looking at and it's just stationary, it's just hovering there, okay? And I'm like, my eyes are huge right now telling the story. And next thing you know, man, this thing then darts in behind the mountain and it's gone.
Wow.
Yeah. And so when I started talking to a couple of people around there, they said, "We see them all the time." So it was freaky. I mean, it was a freaky thing, and I don't know. I mean, who knows? It could be, you know, aliens. It could be maybe our government's developed technology we don't know about. I mean, okay, whatever it may be. All I know is what I saw with my eyes was totally real, and it was something I could never forget. It really just, you know, was a life-changing experience.
What year was it?
Oh, God, it would have been in the 80s. It would have been probably 81, 82, something around in there maybe. Yeah.
Well, Caribou Ranch is about 500 miles from Area 51.
Uh-huh.
So that's a possibility.
Yeah, it is.
The other possibility, and this is a little bit more having fun, the first song ever recorded at Caribou Ranch was Rocky Mountain Way. Joe Walsh could have summoned him with the talk box.
Maybe. I don't know.
I've seen one.
I didn't know that was recorded. You have?
Yeah.
Okay. What was yours shaped like?
Mine's very different. I have a video I'll show you after.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Because I want to say it was a drone at 2 a.m.
Uh-huh.
I was taking our trash out at 2 a.m. because I'd forgotten.
Uh-huh.
And I look up and there's this thing doing all these crazy things in the sky. And then finally it slowly goes away. And I videoed the slowly going away part, of course. But it's just a light.
Because at the time you're like, wow, you know, you're not thinking grab my phone or anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're in overwhelm.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I think I've always said, why don't people get more footage of it? Because it's always like the end. And I was like, well, shit, I got to get the footage out.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's in Colorado, there's a lot because it's also probably 500 miles from Skinwalker Ranch, which is a crazy story in and of itself.
That sounds like another episode.
Oh, it's a whole, it's a whole TV show.
Okay.
Some wealthy businessman bought it, and now they're doing a TV show to try to like test the frequency under the ground. And
Wow.
Once it becomes a TV show, I'll lose interest.
Yeah.
But yeah, up in Colorado, it's kind of everywhere.
So I can picture it right now like it was yesterday. I mean, it's just, burned in my brain.
Was it scary or intriguing?
It was both. I was in a panic only because I never, you hear about it and you think about it and you think you'd be cool if you actually really see one, but it's overwhelming. It really is. So I'm just like, what do you do? It's not like I had a great night's sleep that night,
Thanks for watching this clip of Country Drive. To see more in the future, please hit like and subscribe.